What is up, everybody? My name is Master Sehrix, and well, today I finally got my hands on a mic. It sounds unbelievable even to me, but I'll tell you guys what I'm doing here today is I'm just talking to you guys, letting you know what's going on. I've been uploading a few videos for a little while now, and yeah, I haven't had much of a well, if you guys have noticed, all my videos are like silent and all that. Yeah, it's because I didn't have a mic. I just recently got my hands on one that I can actually use. And so, and as you can see by this video here, I'm playing Ghost in the Shell, standalone complex, First Assault online. Really awesome game, really fun. And what I'm wanting to talk to you guys about is the whole idea of one of the main drawbacks of this game, which happens to be hit detection. Now, I've heard people talking about, oh yeah, they get hit behind walls, they duck behind a wall and then all of a sudden they get shot and get killed, and it happens to a lot of people and it happens very often. So, the reason why I'm talking here is because there is an actual explanation for that, one that actually can tell you why that particular thing happens. Yes, there is a problem with hackers and with aimbot users, and you will run across that sometimes on here. But for the most part, for everybody who says, oh man, I ducked behind that wall and got killed instantly, there is an actual explanation for that that has nothing to do with hacking or anything like that. What it is now, if anybody's ever tried looking into it before, you'll see at least a few people will say, oh yeah, the problem is client-side hit detection. And correct me if I'm wrong, feel free to use the comments and correct me if, I'm mistaken about this, but, I'm going to try to explain it as simply as I can so that everybody can understand what's kind of going on. You could look at the game's main server where all the games are happening all at once, everybody's playing and all that stuff. And you know how everything you do in game, be it from moving to shooting to aiming, it has to go through the main server that is set up, Nexon's main game server. Everything has to go through there. And for most people who are on the bad end of getting shot through a wall, while on your screen you're moving behind a wall, on the person who shot you on their screen, they can't actually see you moving behind the wall at all. And what it is that trying to make this as simple as I can, the best way to explain it is that if you try to move behind a wall, well, the information of you moving behind that wall has to get sent to the main server that's hosting every single game, and then it gets sort of redirected around to everybody else, so that way everyone stays on that same page. Oh, you moved behind a wall. Well, what happens sometimes is that when the data going from your computer to that server, makes its way there, what happens sometimes is that it kind of gets held up a little bit. I'm not really, I'm not an expert in nothing like that, so I can't tell you every little thing that happens. But what it basically is that, you can, on your computer, you move behind a wall, but the game does not recognize that you moved behind the wall because the information your computer is sending to the server saying you moved behind a wall, it's either gets there and doesn't go out to the rest of the people on that particular game, or it doesn't even make it there at all. And what happens is no one else really knows that you went behind the wall. And it's really weird because, it's one of these things that, like, it's only you and the person who killed you or the person you kill who went behind a wall, whatever the case may be, are affected by this particular instance. And so what it is that, you know, on the other person's screen, they don't even know that you moved at all. As far as they're concerned, you were standing right there and they shot you and killed you. And the little lag difference there between you moving behind the wall, that information not registering with the rest of the game, is really what ends up happening. It's why you go behind the wall and then you suddenly get killed. Because even though on your screen you moved behind a wall, the rest of the game does not see that you moved behind the wall and still treats you as if you're still standing there. So that when someone shoots you and you die, it sees that happen and it immediately sends that out to your computer that you just got shot and you died. And that's why you go instantly from moving behind a wall to dying. And a lot of people, get mad, and it's understandable, it happens. And they'll get mad and they'll say that the other person's hacking or somehow they can shoot through a wall, and that's really not the case. And so the real problem is that it is coming from the game's side of, everything. It's coming from the game itself. It's not the fault of any particular player. It's not your fault. It's not your computer's not having the problem. The other person's computer, the person who killed you or the person who you killed, they're not having the problem. It's just that there is some kind of hiccup or lag effect when all that information is going through. Maybe it's possible that the servers that Nexon uses to run this game on, maybe they just can't handle every single thing happening at once. There's multiple games going on, obviously. You have dozens of games being played by a lot of people, and that's a lot of information to process and, sort through all in one go. And maybe the server, whatever kind of server setup they use to host and run these games, maybe it just doesn't work, as efficiently as it should. And some of you may wonder, if that is the case, then how come some games like Call of Duty or, like that, how come they don't have that problem? It's because most likely they have a more efficient setup. Like I said, if you think I'm wrong, you think I'm wrong, it's fine. That's just my opinion on the matter. And it's the way I look at it, and it makes sense. So if you're playing this game and, you get shot behind a wall or you shoot somebody and they accuse you of hacking because they went behind a wall, try to understand that it's not actually the player's fault. It's neither player's fault. It's the game itself, and it's something that I'm sure the developers know about, and I'm sure that they do intend on trying to fix this problem. Obviously, you got to understand that there are going to be a lot of things that they're still working on. The game is still technically in a beta. As you can see, they're still coming out with new maps and new weapons and all that, and it seems like their focus is on that before really trying to clean up any of these bugs or whatever you want to call it. But I'm not sticking up for them either anyway. I get pissed off about it too, I hate it when I can try to take cover behind a wall and then I get killed for no apparent reason. I can understand that, but just try to keep an open mind about it. So basically what I'm saying is that, yeah, if something like that happens, there's really nobody to blame but the game itself. And until the developers can do something to fix it, you're kind of stuck with it. And hopefully they can do something to fix it, they might not actually be able to. You never actually know. And other than that, though, I will say that, yeah, there is a problem with people that are hacking or exploiting, and, they do have aimbot users on Ghost in the Shell. So, yeah, you do want to be careful of that. But certain instances like this, and this is just one of probably dozens of different times when people think that, someone's hacking and they're not, just, yeah, try to recognize what is an actual hack and what could actually be more of a problem on the game itself that needs to be fixed. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna leave it off here. When you see this video, I'm pretty much just starting out now. I finally got a mic going. I can actually put some audio in with these. So if you like the video, leave a like, subscribe. I'm definitely going to be putting out more videos. And if you can, check out my friend Ragnrock's channel, Section 7 Gaming, or S7G. You will find it on YouTube. Give him a check out. You know, like his videos. I mean, he does mostly the similar stuff to what I'm doing, so it's going to be all cool. I'm going to be working with him, at times, and just try to have as much fun as we can. All right, guys, you take care, and I'll see y'all later.